Hey everyone, so as you could tell by my shirt that I'm wearing, we are going to do a makeup transformation inspired by Jack Skellington from one of Tim Burton's most famous movies, which is The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I have to say this was one of the most requested makeup transformations I have ever had on my channel. So let's just get started. And as you can tell by the black background behind me, this is going to be what I call a subtractive face painting, where we're going to use that background to our advantage. First of all, I'm going to pull my hair back in a low ponytail, getting this stuff called gaff quat, which is disgusting like honey with a spatula on my hair. You could use hairspray instead, depending on what type of ball cap we are going to use next, because it could break up the ball cap. But yes, once that's dry, and we blow dry all nice, I wouldn't use this if you have no experience with gaff quat because it could literally pull some of your hair out. But then, like I said, we're gonna get a bald cap to make ourselves look like we have no hair. This is really hard to use if you've never done a bald cap in your life. Even if you're not experienced, you could somehow make this work. You don't have to have the back of it perfect. But you wanna start off with your forehead and put it on like a swimmer's cap. Lift up the edges of the ball cap and then put some spirit gum down to use as your adhesive. Then I'm gonna get a Ziploc baggie or some sort of saran wrap to secure our hair together. We are not gonna use our hair like a snack wrap or something, but we are just using this so that we could glue down our hair to our neck. Don't put glue on your hair to your neck, but have this in between. You want that plastic there so that your ball cap could be more seamless and easier to put on, because then we are gonna glue down all the rest of the edges of the ball cap. From behind in the back, you want the back of it to have more adhesive, maybe almost 2 inches thick of adhesive, but you do not want to glue like your hair actually to your skin. That's why we have this plastic area to guard it from anything, mishaps of losing hair. Trust me, it's almost happened to me before. If you are younger and trying to do this and need some help, please have one of your parents help you. And once your ball cap is completely secure or semi-secure to your technique and skill level, and your head kind of resembles a big toe, we are gonna get some liquid latex. I love putting liquid latex now in pie tins because it's easier to manage, and the excess latex you can get in sheets off of it and use for other things. That's another video, but we are gonna use this as an edger around the bald cap to seal it and not have that huge edge of a line all over your hairline, well, your new hairline where the edge of your bald cap meets your actual skin. You want to do this in a stippling patting motion. Do a thicker layer right at the edge and then blend it out more, all the way around the outer line of that bald cap till you reach that plastic ponytail that we made. And you want to tuck that plastic ponytail into your shirt just to make sure that hair doesn't get into any of the latex, any of the adhesives or bald cap, anything. You do not want to rip your hair out. That's our whole entire goal of all these makeup transformations. Girl, we do not want to be bald headed. I don't know about you, but I don't. And then once that's dry and you think your bald cap is semi-complete, we are going to make our eyebrows disappear with the old trick of the Elmer's glue stick. You know the drill if you've been watching these videos. One layer at first, a couple swipes, 1 or 2 swipes, and then we are gonna wait till it gets kind of tacky, a little bit dry, and pat some powder on there, and then get the back of your thumbnail and do a very thick layer of Elmer's glue, slap it on there, wait for it to get tacky and semi-dry. You wanna smooth it out nicely to have a very flat surface, and when it's semi-tacky and dry again, we're gonna pat that powder on and kind of cake it on a little bit. It's okay here. And now that you're completely bald-headed and covered in white powder, looking like a baby fresh out of a shower of baby powder, we are gonna get a brown eyeliner pencil and start drawing in that Jack Skellington smirk with the stitches of those black lines. This is gonna be the outline of everything we're gonna paint in later. You're gonna do, like I said, the smile, the little nostril holes on top of your nose, and then the skull orbital circles of where his hollow black eyes are. Remember, it's Jack Skellington because he looks like a skull, but he's cute in a claymation, and it makes children kind of like skulls, dead bodies, in a nice way, if you think about it. And then do a round circle all around your face of that skull and a very thin neck like Jack Skellington has down the center of your neck. Now it's time for the white paint to make those skull bones pop out. We're gonna get some white PM color. PM paints are something that's a little bit easier to paint on a bald cap. If you don't have this and you're using more of a rubber consistency of a bald cap, you could use any type of grease paint that will work. Make sure you test it on whatever bald cap you're using. Make sure it doesn't break it down. But I'm just doing that on the edges of the bald cap and not on my actual skin, because we're going to use different paints on that later. So you're going to tap it with the Beauty Blender around your face, like I said, on the bald cap and not on the parts of your actual skin, because those are reserved for other paints later. Because once that white ring of paint we just did is on our face, we are going to get the Wolfe Brothers white paint with the Beauty Blender or whatever damp sponge you want. You don't have to use the Beauty Blender. And if you don't have these, any aqua paints that is affordable and at your cost or reach is okay, like the Mehron palette or a Ben Nye aqua paint palette. Paint that in all the other areas around the circular skull face of Jack Skellington that we did not paint in before, on your actual skin and not on the bald cap, since we already painted that part already. And of course, as you can see, we are doing this in tapping motions of a stipple. On your neck, you want to get that damp sponge and tap the white in on that skinny neck that we drew in before as well. Don't forget that, because we do not want a floating head. Girl, this is not Jack the Headless Horseman. And then we're going to get a black PM color or grease paint. As you can see, I forgot to record this part because I was so entrapped of making sure I used the right steps and motions. But you want to do that all around, surrounding the white face that is on the bald cap texture and not all the rest of your skin. Because on the rest of your skin, you're going to use a black water aqua paint. I'm using the Wolfe Brothers, but again, you can use anything from, let's say, Mehron or Ben Nye. Tap that on with whatever damp sponge you have. Getting that damp sponge with the black aqua paint and painting around that neck and the other parts of your skin that are showing. Again, tapping motions is key because it blends the best. Do not lift any other colors. Make sure you have a really consistent hand. And if you need help again with someone, let's say, reaching around and you want to do all around your head, around your neck, you could always ask for help from a friend or parent. Getting that black aqua color, or you can use a black lipstick or whatever black eyeliner you have with a very thin brush and painting on that Jack Skellington smile across your face. You want to make sure you have an even line in the middle of your lips is where the center of it's going to be, to the corners of your mouth. You want a wide smirk, but not to go all the way across the circle of his face, but maybe 2 inches from the outer side of the Jack Skellington head of the white circle we painted on. Making sure you draw in the stitch marks in a even line. You don't want any that are crooked. They want to look like straight stitches of maybe a sewing stitch. I started in the center of the lips and then just spaced out however I felt. It kind of reminds me of the beginning of the movie Coraline. And then paint in those little nostrils that are going to be about a little over an inch below the eyes on top of your nose. And then I'm going to get a slightly thicker paintbrush with the black aqua colors or whatever lipstick, like I said before, that is matte black as you can get it, and color in the eye sockets of Jack Skellington, those black holes of where his eyes should be. Make sure you keep this as neat as possible and do both eyes. We look like a Day of the Dead sugar skull gone very simple. But once you think all the paints are correct in the right place and pigmented enough, we are getting a black matte eyeshadow and coloring in around those eyes. And if you think the black circles of Jack Skellington is a little too shiny, we could get some mattifying gel and put that to make it more matte and less like it's popping out. And now that we are done with the makeup look, we are not done yet. I did get this t-shirt from a Halloween store, but I'm getting a scarf as well to make it more proportionate to the size of the head that we painted on our face. But that is our completed makeup transformation. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was such a challenge for me because doing a bald cap on yourself and these paints, like I said, if you need help, it is super duper hard to do it by yourself. Even for me, after I've been doing bald caps for a week straight before doing this. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. This was so weird and awkward and a little bit painful to take off, to be honest. But like I said, it is so interesting and fun to do this with you guys. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. Leave a comment below on what you'd like to see after this Tim Burton month of makeup transformations. I would love to hear your opinions. All the products I used in this video will be listed down below in the description as always. And I really appreciate all your guys' feedback and wonderful comments on saying that I have been getting better, hopefully. I'm honestly practicing makeup 6 days a week. It's insane, but I absolutely love it, and I hope you guys are loving it too. And I can't wait for future videos. So I better get going, and I'll see you soon. Love you all. Bye.